This is end of chapter questions and problem 1311. We're going to use the option portfolio spreadsheet to solve this problem. Today is December 3rd, 2018. The asset price is 88. Its volatility is 14.5, and the risk-free interest rate is 7.5. So the first thing we do in the spreadsheet is get the market data synchronized with the problem. So if I look up here, we've got December 3rd, 2018, spot price of 88, volatility of 14.5, and a risk-free rate of 7.5. Okay, next we sell 6,000 European put options with a strike of 90 and a maturity of July 3rd, 2019. Okay, we've got the option portfolio ribbon. We're going to click on the option button, and we are selling 6,000. So we put a negative 6,000 put options with a strike of 90 and a maturity of July 3rd, 2019. That has a fair value of 2.988521. I'll go ahead and click that. Book the options. We can see them come into the spreadsheet. We can also see our chart here. We're short some put options, so if the market falls, we lose lots of money. If the market goes up, eventually we get to keep our premium of, and if we look for a high strike here, we can see 17,931, so we get to keep our premium. Okay, so that's our position. And the problem has us delta hedging this position, and then we're going to compare P&L from various scenarios. So we want to delta hedge our position. We can see here 2416.84 is the delta. So we're going to go short negative 2417. We end up with a small delta. I'm going to trade whole shares always here. And we can see this frown, which is sort of a standard picture when we are short options. We're at this place here. The delta is pretty much zero, but then if the market goes up or the market goes down, we're going to lose money. If it moves a lot, we're going to lose a lot of money. Okay, so we're trying to find P&L for various scenarios. The present value of our portfolio starts at 0, which means that the P&L will show up in this cell. First scenario, the asset moves from 88 to 89 and back again, and we don't do anything during the market move. Well, I can predict what's going to happen. 88 goes to 89. We lose some money. We don't hedge our delta. It goes back down to 88, and we make that money back. So again, this first scenario, if we do nothing, then we neither make nor lose money. Okay, so the second scenario, the asset moves from 88 to 89. We rebalance our delta hedge, and the asset moves back to 88. Okay, so this time, 88 to 89, we lose some money, and we can see our delta has changed. So to rebalance our delta hedge, we click on the asset button, and we want to trade, again, I'll use a whole number of shares, 234 shares. Let's book that in. And our delta is fairly small again. Now that hedge has the effect of locking in this loss. So we go back down to 88, just the rest of the scenario, and it pretty much doubles, and we end up with a loss of $234. So the market started at 88, went up to 89. We lost some money. We rebalanced our delta, goes back down to 88. We lose a little more money. If we rebalanced our delta again, we would be locking in this loss. Okay, so now in order to do the next scenario, asset moves from 88 to 88.5 to 89 to 88.5, back to 88. We have to start over. I'm going to clear out my positions, and I need to get my option position back in. So again, what was it? We sold 6,000 put options with a strike of 90 and a maturity of July 3rd, 2019. They were 298.8521. Book those in. There's our 2416 shares. 17,931.13 is the present value. Hopefully that is the same as before. First, we hedge our delta. negative 24.17. Book the asset. Again, we end up with that frown. And now the market's going to start moving, but it's going to go through the same thing, 88 to 88.5, up to 89, back down to 88.5, back down to 88. So it's the same movement that we did in the second scenario, except that we're rebalancing our delta hedge twice as fast. So we got 88.5. Again, this time we lose quite a bit less money. Rebalance our delta hedge. So we need to buy 118 shares. Oops, sorry. Click the button. Market goes to 89. We need to buy 116 shares. Click the asset button. 116 shares. Market goes back down to 88.5. Book the asset. We need to go short 116 shares. Market goes back down to 88. And we have lost $117 this time. So we've lost quite a bit less money. So the way this works is the more frequently we rebalance our delta, the less money we lose. We still lose some money, but just not as much.